Good morning, good morning, good morning. You on Coach Morning Live. Such a pleasure to be with you today, as always. This is one of the favorite times of my life. I love to be with you to talk about different topics that can help us make the world a better world. By improving ourselves, we can make the world a better world. You're watching Coach Morning Live. This is your home to grow, think, share ideas, and most importantly, take action. Today, everybody, or most of us, would agree with me that setbacks, most of the time, help us become a better person. And today, the theme of the day is setbacks and its values. It's a great pleasure to be with you. Remember to share, to like, to subscribe, to help us build the wonderful community that we want to build. We want to build a community of champions, a community of people who want to be successful for themselves, but also help others make it, help build a better world. This is Coach Morning Live, a show for the people, by the people. Let us know what you think. Share your comments with us. We love you, and that's why we have the show. The engine, as I said all the time, is you. We have a great show today. Today, it's all about setbacks. And I think we are on number 12 in the episodes. 12 is my magic number. I was born on the 12, December 12. So basically, I'm 1212. I love it. And today, I think I have come to the realization that setbacks is a great thing. It's a wonderful thing. The quote of the day today is by a wonderful lady by the name of J.K. Rowling. Joanne Rowling, her pen name is J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter. Someone, or I would say that my son loves reading Harry Potter. And today I have a chance to talk about the life of that wonderful woman who wrote the book and the series and became famous and rich and wealthy. The quote of the day is such a wonderful one. The lady doing a presentation at Harvard University said, rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life. Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life. It's a wonderful statement, and it's true. Doing the last 11 episodes on Coach Morning Live, I've lived it. I've learned it. I have seen so many people that I've chosen to be the MVPs of the day. And if you read the stories, you will understand that each one of them had a setback. Those setbacks, they are to be praised because they're the one who help us define our identity, who help us reach the best of ourselves. Without setbacks, people have not a great chance of getting to the best of themselves. Today, in building a positive minded people, in building a world of successful people, we want to know with J.K. Rowling, that rock bottom can be the foundation on which we rebuild our lives. This is J.K. Rowling, the MVP of the day, who gave us this wonderful gift by saying rock bottom became the solid foundation on which she rebuilt her life. This is a great thing. Setbacks are great. Who's our MVP of the day? You know it. You know it. J.K. Rowling. This is the first time that the person who gave us the quote of the day is also the MVP of the day. Remember, this show, Coach Morning Live, is the home of the MVP code. MVP code comes from the book I wrote called Success with Meaning: The 5 Proven Steps to Life with Success. When we talk about MVP code, it's basically 5 most important questions of your life, or 5 most important steps in building success with meaning, not just for yourself, but to make the world a better world. And today, we're talking about J.K. Rowling, who, who is more than an MVP to me. When you know the story of the lady and the success that she has been able to produce by her writings, you know this is an MVP. When we say MVP, which is most valuable player in professional sports, American professional sports, we have extended the definition to everybody, everyone that has accomplished something great in their lives. And J.K. Rowling is one of them. We don't talk about the whole stories of the people, but we take them as our role models. They can help us build a better world by their examples, the way they deal with their setbacks. Just like Rowling taught us earlier that the rock bottom was the solid foundation on which she rebuilt her life. By the way, it's a reminder. I know Coach Morning talks about serious stuff: success, happiness, fulfillment, perseverance, personal responsibility. But I'm here to have fun, and I want you also, the viewers, to have fun, to enjoy the moment. We know for sure that a great life also has happiness. It's by understanding the value of your mission, having a vision, having a plan, and understanding that life is more than just the superficial, you can be a happy camper. And that's what we're building. We have to be happy. Again, our MVP of the day is J.K. Rowling. J is for Joanne, but her pen name is J.K. K is Kathleen, the paternal grandmother. She put that in the name, J.K. Rowling. She's the author, and the life is a wonderful life. She came with the idea of Harry Potter while her train to go from Manchester to London was delayed. And she talked about that. She thought about that young boy who did not know he was a wizard. And she pursued the writing journey until she was able to publish it. J.K. Rowling used to live on public assistance. She had a marriage that did not work. She went to Portugal and had to go back to London. But it's a wonderful thing that a lady that was living on public assistance, that's what we say from welfare to billionaire, was able to accomplish so much. Yesterday, I talked about mission as an identity. So it's not just an event, it's your identity when you have a mission. And I think we can consider J.K. Rowling as someone who had a mission for writing, for creativity. And she was able to, for creative writing, I would say, and she was able to live that mission no matter what happened in her life. Besides all the problems, at some point in 1990, she lost her mother who had multiple sclerosis. She had to deal with all the problems in her life. She had to raise her daughter as a single parent. But she was able to pursue the mission of creative writing. And the vision is that was to build an empire with creative writing. Write a book that could be sold by millions of copies. Have a franchise, a film franchise with Harry Potter, and now her wealth is estimated at about $1.2 billion. Can you do that too? Yes, I would say yes. Sometimes it depends on what what your vision is in life. What is your dream? Do you dream big or you dream small? It is important that we all know that we can do it too. The question is, as I said all the time, are you ready? Are you ready? That's the that's the question. Are you ready? Sometimes it's not because we can't. It's simply because we're not ready. That's not part of our vision. That's not part of our plan. And we don't take action for that because it's not our vision. It's not part of a goal, not part of an objective. It's not there. But if we really want to live our mission with a big vision, I like to tell my son that having a big dream is a good thing because you're able to help others have a better life also. When you dream big, you dream for the world. When you dream small, you dream for yourself. And I would say that J.K. Rowling dreamed big, and she made it big. And she was able to help. She has spent about more than 250 millions in philanthropy, helping people. When we take care of our mission with a big vision, we have the opportunity to help more people and help others realize their dreams. The more we work, the better it is for the world at large. That's what we're learning from J.K. Rowling. Live our mission, take care of our setbacks, and use them to rebuild our life for the better. Simple. You live by knowing that in you there is power. The setbacks, there are nothing wrong with setbacks. There are nothing wrong with having to struggle to make a living. It becomes wrong when you want to stay there, when you have no plan of living the reality of a miserable life. You just take it, you accept it, and you start living in your comfort zone where you don't want to take the step, take the risk to make things better. I like to say that comfort zone is a suicide zone. If we are in love with our comfort, the world loses the opportunity to be a better world because they cannot really enjoy your talents. And also in your life, it's going to be the same thing. The world is not able, you're not able to live your life to the fullest, live it to its full potential, or at least not full because we can never live it to the full. We have so much in us, but at least to a higher level of success, of performance. This is the value of knowing who you are, knowing your mission, your identity, having a big vision, and being able to execute this vision and make it happen. It's going to be a great thing for the world. Maybe you should dance, right? I like that. I like dancing because it allows the soul to grow, to enjoy the moment. J.K. Rowling, the MVP of the day, has taught us that sometime when you have difficult situations, it allows us it allows you to understand or to appreciate the essentials of life, and also to understand that there are things that don't really matter. That happens when you experience some difficulties, and then you realize that a lot of things that you are dying for, that you want, a lot of wants you have, not needs, may be able to live without them and not be miserable just because you don't have them. You learn to appreciate, to live on the essential, the things that really matter. And if you don't have money to live on the superficial, on the things, on your wants, you're able to appreciate what life has to offer. That's J.K. Rowling. With all the the all she has lived through her life, with marriage that did not work, the mother with multiple sclerosis, her situation with as a single parent, and being able to take care of her daughter, and pursuing her goal in creative writing, and being able to publish the book. By the way, we're talking about setbacks. It wasn't just an easy road for her to publish. She had many rejections, but finally a publisher picked her up and gave her the chance, and she was able to publish the first book and finally have a series of 7, and became so famous with the movies of Harry Potter. And it's a wonderful thing when you can live through your setbacks to build a positive culture, a positive a culture built on positive psychology, positive mindset. We have to learn to take setbacks, to welcome setbacks in our lives. The setbacks allow us to find the true power in us. When things go fine, we can't really find the best in ourselves because we are in a comfort zone that doesn't require too much of us. Setbacks are great. I praise life, I praise the universe, the universal intelligence when there are setbacks. Personally, in 2008, I was in a situation with the crisis in the real estate industry, and that's exactly the same thing. The problem allowed me to do much better than I would if I stayed in the mortgage industry. The setback became an opportunity. And our situation, what we've learned in the 11 episodes, is that all our MVPs had the opportunity of the blessings of setbacks. Setbacks are great. If for any reason you think now things are not working properly, this is the time to seize the opportunity to make things happen. That's the time. Just a few examples of MVPs with setbacks. For the last 11 episodes, Jeff Bezos was the adopted father came here as alone during the Cuban Revolution. The father, the parents had to let him come by himself, and he became the father of one of the richest men in America, who accepted to take the risk of leaving Wall Street and go to and open Amazon. That Jeff Bezos. Thomas Edison, he had so many setbacks in his research, but became, and as a child, he had so many problems. But he became one of the most successful scientists in the world and one of the most successful businessmen. Jalen Brunson, as a basketball player, was underestimated because of his size and athleticism, drafted only 33rd overall. Lionel Messi had problems. He faced a childhood growth hormone deficiency and uncertainty about funding his treatment. But he became one of the most successful soccer players or football players, if, as the rest of the world would say, in the world. Walt Disney. This guy did not have it a sweet when he was uh, in the movie industry. But after one setback, he created a character and became very successful and left us with his vision about Walt Disney World. What a wonderful thing. Simone Biles, another great example. She had all the problems in Tokyo Olympics. She struggled, but she came back strong and made it. It's like the world is teaching us that setbacks are great. Very simple example. Sometimes you see some kids in the poor families, but when they go to school, they make it big. They become very successful. They do it with passion because their situation forces them to work harder to make it because they are not in their comfort zone. What setbacks do for us, setbacks allow us to go deeper in ourselves and find the strength, the fundamental strength, the foundational strength that we need to be powerful, to be strong. Setbacks are great because it allows us to take risk. It allows us to find the power in ourselves. As we like to say, the engine is you. The power is in you. You have that power. If for any reason you're stuck, you feel stuck, that's the time to think about how you're going to make it, because in you, there is the power. Setbacks are opportunities that we have to improve our lives, to improve the lives of others. Most of the time, when you really enjoy the when you really seize the opportunities of the setbacks, you end up building a better empire for yourself, and that empire is going to help other people. Setbacks are great. Setbacks are to be praised. When you have them, just use them at your advantage. Use them at your advantage. I gave you 6 examples, including the MVP of the day, J.K. Rowling, who who's a billionaire now. That's why we say from welfare to billionaire. $1.2 billion for someone who used to be in living on public assistance. How she did that? Identify your mission, having a vision, do it with passion, have a plan, and take action to make it happen. That's what the MVP code is all about. The five most important questions: your mission, your vision, your passion, your plan, your action. It's important that you know your mission. That's your identity. Your vision allows you to see at the horizon your destination, where you want to go. You have you need the passion, you need you need to have a plan, and you need to take action. By doing that, by knowing who you are, by knowing your mission, you have the capacity to build a better world. Setbacks are to be praised. Setbacks are great when you know your mission, when you have a vision, when you live life with passion, and knowing that you can make it. Anytime you have a problem, just realize that the solution is in you. And the problems are there to make you grow to a higher level of performance, of, of action, of realization. Coach Morning Live is your show. Please remember to like, to share, and subscribe. Remember that. If you don't subscribe, how can we build a community? If you don't share with your friends, how can we build a community? We need your help in building the community. Coach Morning Live is yours, and Coach Morning Live needs a community of positive and successful people. We can do it together. We can do it together. Let's build a world where setbacks are praised and used to build a better world. Every time you have a problem, remember setbacks can be used to make you a better person. Just like it did for so many of our most valuable players, like Jalen Brunson, like J.K. Rowling, the MVP of the day today. This week, I invite you to see some of the videos. We have a morning motivation. Yesterday we did one on mission. Today we did one on, earlier this morning we did one on vision. Tomorrow we'll have one about passion. And then plan the day after. And the fifth one would be on action. Very interesting. Just between 30 seconds and 1 minute, you have a chance to learn some new things about mission, vision, passion, plan, and action, the MVP code, which is there to help build a better us and a better world. Always a pleasure. I thank you very much for having taken the time to watch Coach Morning Live. I'll be with you next Thursday at the same time, 7 p.m., for another episode of Coach Morning Live. Ciao. I love you.